Recently, games have had an obsession with crossovers. Everywhere and everyone is trying to do them. Smash Brothers, Fortnite, Tetris, Kingdom Hearts, hell, even Daytona USA got in the action. There's so much happening here, I don't even know where to begin. But why should I care? Games are constantly growing and getting more ambitious with their crossovers. And with every new character added to Smash or skin in Fortnite, there's always fans asking, did we really need this? With an abundance of characters getting added to different games, I started to wonder, what led us to things like this? After all, who doesn't want Travis Scott's meal messed up the same way that his McDonald's does? No? Just me? Crossovers in games have been around a long time. Although this isn't a new concept, I wanted to learn where they came from and see if we've gone too far with the additions of crossovers in games. The first instance of a crossover in gaming was with a game released in 1992 exclusively in Japan, called Battle Soccer. That's 6 years before Smash Brothers came out on the Nintendo 64. Battle Soccer was a game developed for the Super Nintendo by Pandora Box. Now, Battle Soccer was your standard soccer game with a twist. At the time, it had special moves for characters. The characters is where it got interesting though. The roster included the likes of Godzilla, King Ghidorah, Gundam, and even Ultraman. The game received decent success, and it had a sequel that was also released on the Super Nintendo. The rest of gaming was introduced to crossovers with the release of Battletoads and Double Dragon, the Ultimate Team. It was a beat-em-up developed for Nintendo Entertainment System, but got a widespread release in 1993 as opposed to Battle Soccer, that released in 1992. It featured characters from Double Dragon in the original engine and designs of Battletoads. This was the first time a Western audience got an official crossover in gaming. I'd like to imagine this is how the meeting went over at Rare back in 1993.
We're planning to release our new installment in the Battletoads franchise this year. Who's our biggest competition this time around?
Well, sir, Double Dragon came out last year on the Nintendo. They're pretty big in the genre.
Wait, we're both making beat-em-ups on the Nintendo?
Yeah, what does that matter though? Everyone makes games for the Nintendo.
I've got an idea. Get them on the phone.
At least that's how I'd like to imagine it happened. Crossovers have always been popular in games, and with cosmetics taking the mantle for microtransactions over loot boxes, we've seen them continue to expand with games like Gears of War, Smite, and Minecraft adding any character they can get the rights for in their games. Speaking of Gears of War, they've had their fair share of crossovers in gaming, being featured in various ways. Marcus and Dom are playable in Lost Planet, there was a Minecraft pack that had skins from Gears of War characters, or how about Terminator? Halo packs were released for Gears 5. Oh look, Rare kept with it and put General Ram into Killer Instinct as a playable character. That's pretty cool actually. Now we can't talk about crossovers without highlighting one of the biggest crossovers in gaming history. PlayStation All-Star Battle... Nah, I'm fucking with you, it's Smash Brothers. Super Smash Brothers released on the Nintendo 64 in 1999, starting as an alternative to fighting games. Since most all were designed for 2 players, Smash Brothers was the ultimate crossover at the time. 4 people could plug in their controllers and finally put the age-old debate of who would win in a fight, Donkey Kong or Yoshi. The game was an instant hit. People loved the idea that they could see their favorite characters all together in one game, battling it out to see who would be victorious. And with subsequent releases, we just saw more and more characters from other franchises and genres begin to join the roster. Some of the most notable additions came with characters like Marth in Game & Watch and Melee, or the additions of Snake, Cloud, and Banjo-Kazooie joining in subsequent games. Damn, Rare really likes to do crossovers with their characters, don't they?
It's the least we could do since we don't do sequels ourselves.
Well, I guess that answers it. But not every game handles crossovers well. Far from it. You have things like Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe, which removed the insanely recognizable fatalities, opting to replace them with less gory, tamer versions of these. It just doesn't feel the same. Or Fighter's Megamix, a fighting game developed by Sega in the same vein of Virtua Fighter, that had unlockable characters like the Hornet from Daytona, USA, a playable race car that was ready to lay down some rubber on its opponents by attacking with its wheels, as though it was trying to be a discount McGregor all standing on its rear axle. Animal Crossing on GameCube was filled to the brim with crossovers, in the form of playable versions of NES games that you could play, or a feline from Monster Hunter and Happy Home Designer. Crossovers in games have been around for a long time, and although some of them are definitely cooler than others, with some being full-blown games made to celebrate a variety of characters coming together, or skins for a character in a different game. Or your Fortnite, which decided to play full-blown movies like Inception or The Prestige for a special event in their game that they dubbed Movie Night. Now that's a unique way to handle a crossover, I'd say. What I'm getting at is that crossovers are an expression of excitement that both fans and developers have for different games, and forms of pop culture. Yeah, some games are lazy when it comes to crossovers, just spitting out another skin of a character that seems lazily thrown together. But most games and their developers try their best to do justice to these additions into their games, either adding new characters you could play as, or even making complete modes to celebrate the craziness that is the experience of seeing something like a Travis Scott concert in Fortnite. Crossovers allow developers to share their love of games in a different way. They showed their love of different genres and pop culture with their player bases, and although many crossovers in games are purely cosmetic, they still showcase the love that the teams have for these characters, by giving players a way to show off their love of a series through a special item they can get in-game, or a game mode to help promote another event. Crossovers are just another medium for players and developers to show off the things they love. Hornet from Fighter's Megamix still has me waking up in a cold sweat some nights though. Thank you for watching this. I'm having a lot of fun making these. This one was really cool. I could talk so much more about crossovers, and I hope you enjoyed that little cameo by my friend Connor. Check him out on Twitch at MadBoyStreams. I'll have his link in the description below. And I hope you liked the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.